welcome to the show. Today we're going to talk about how to solve a problem your audience has. And so if your audience has a problem and you don't know how to showcase that or help them solve that problem, today is a great episode for you to listen to or watch. But first, of course, a little speaker wisdom. Uh, you know, a lot of us get feedback from people. Of course, I like to say, take what you can use and disregard the rest. But about 27 years ago, yes, I was 2 years old. No, but about 27 years ago, I went to an event. It was my first really big corporate event I went to. And there were some big names in this industry that were there, that was required to talk to, mingle with. I had no skills in this area at all. I didn't know what to say, didn't know how to respond. People would ask me questions, and it felt like everyone's eye was on me. And I froze or could just say, oh, great. There was no conversation, not very good conversation. And a friend of mine very nicely suggested that I look into Toastmasters. That's probably one of the best advice anyone has ever given me in my entire life. Now, at that moment, I was busy doing things, moving, shaking, trying to make things happen, and nothing at all was happening in any area. But a few years later, I began to work in a corporate environment, Fortune 500 company, a major corporation, a very good position, high level position. And I found that I really did have a problem communicating, and whether that was social environments or speaking to leaders or speaking to my team or even answering a phone call or talking to someone new that I had just met. I struggled in that area. And I remembered a friend of mine a couple of years ago who suggested Toastmasters. And I said, why does he suggest Toastmasters? I looked it up on Google, which just just opened up really as a company. Looked on Google and found that Toastmasters was a public speaking organization. I said, wow, there's some kind of link there. Maybe they can help me in this area. Well, fast forward to today, taking my friend's advice, actually having some kind of self-awareness within myself that, hey, this is an area that I need improvement upon, researching it, the company, and actually taking the steps necessary to actually join that company and become an active member in that company and doing the work to excel within that Toastmasters International organization that I'm talking about. My life has drastically changed. And I can see that was the path that has brought me here today. And so what I'm trying to say is that, sometimes people give us suggestions. Of course, we don't want to take everybody's suggestions. Some people's suggestions are not really meant for us, it's meant for them. However, there's certain things that people say that you can evaluate for yourself that, hey, maybe this is important. Maybe this is something I should do. Such as this TV show. I am always giving suggestions. Now, from the suggestions that I give you, take a look at what you have. Maybe, let's say your branding's already top notch and impeccable and attention grabbing. Maybe you don't need help in that area, but maybe, just maybe, I may say something that will spark and ignite some fire within you to think, hey, maybe I should take a look at that. Maybe I should improve that. Maybe I should work on that a little bit more. And so, as people give us these different suggestions throughout our lives, they're not meant to harm us, but they're there for us to maybe take a look, right? Take a look at areas that we can improve. Of course, there's sometimes that you should be in solitude with yourself and evaluate really what's going on. For me, I did evaluate what was going on. I was starting a new business. I started a new position at a major company, and I found that I wasn't excelling, I wasn't growing, I wasn't expanding because of this fear and anxiety I had around public speaking or speaking in front of anyone pretty much. And even in social environments, was causing me anxiety. And I knew that I had to get over that hump and get out of my comfort zone and really tackle this thing head on in order for me to succeed in any area of my life moving forward. And so that's something that I did. So I really would encourage you to just take a look at some things that you think you can improve upon, and then further seek out resources or places where you can get the guidance to help you to really advance in that area. That kind of leads us into today's topic of how to solve a problem for our audience. That's what we want to do for our audience. We want to, find these pain points that they have, and then give them some suggestions. Hopefully, that leads them to us. But first, you have to understand who your audience is. And let me just give you a little tip. This is pretty much your sales strategy. You have to find out who your audience is. Who can you best serve? Who is longing for what you have to offer? Who really wants to make a transformation? Who really wants and needs what you have to give them? And so knowing your audience is vitally important. And you can do this by giving out surveys, doing a little research, maybe interviews is important, asking around, looking at social media, looking at articles, talking to people, finding out, what are some of the things that they're saying. And that's pretty much what I do. As I am mingling around all week long, I'm hearing people say certain things. Oh, I'm struggling in this area. Oh, I'm having a problem in this area. And then what do? I jot that down. I put that in notes, and I use that as a episode to give to my audience, because it sounds like that's a pain point. And if one person has that pain point, I'm sure a lot of people have that pain point. So hopefully I've touched on a lot of different topics throughout my show. And so what you're looking for is how can you do the work it takes to find out more about your audience? That's going to be vitally important. And then as you find out more about them, by asking these questions, then you're going to see that there's a void that you can fill. Now, when I'm having conversations with new clients, and if you want to be a new client of mine, be prepared for this, because I'm going to ask you, what are some things that you're challenged with? What are some things that's stopping you in life, stopping you in the area of communication? What are some loopholes that you see that need to be filled in order for you to advance within your career or as a professional? All those questions I want to know. I want to know so that I am creating a product that is specifically tailored for you, your needs, and will help you gain the best results in the fastest amount of time as possible. And I want you to be happy with my services. Now, what I see a lot is that some people just have programs out there, this is what they need, and I'm the one to give it to them, without really finding out what their customers are really longing for. What keeps your customers up at night? Is it that presentation that they have the next day? Is it that speech that they don't think they're prepared for? Is it that meeting that they're going to present in front of leaders in their company? Is it the conversations that they have with their team? All of those things I want to know. And so that's going to help me to be able to best help them. So the next thing is to emphasize their struggles. Now, the best way that you can emphasize with anyone is showing people that, hey, you're human, you're authentic, You've been through struggles similar to your audience. You've been through struggles similar to them. You've had times in your life, in your journey, where things didn't go so right. And you had to find certain resources and tactics and strategies to help pull you out of the pit, of the plot, into becoming a success that you are now. And now you're able to help them to advance in their area of expertise as well, using your knowledge, your skills, your background, your story. And that leads us into your story. You must be able to effectively pull out certain scenarios in your life that happen that resonate with that customer. It can't be the same story, because there's not one size fits all situation. And so I have multiple stories based on the audience that I'm speaking with. For instance, if I'm speaking to an audience who are, I don't know, new business owners or speakers, I'll pull out my public speaking story. If I'm talking to more business-minded professionals, I'll pull out my business story. Now, if I'm speaking to a nonprofit organization, maybe a women's organization, I'll pull out the struggles of my health journey or health struggles. You see that? And I can instantly pull out a story based on who I'm talking to in an instant that comes across authentic, but helps to create that bond and connection with the other person I'm speaking with. Now, that is what's vitally important, is to be able to do that and to do it effectively. You see, people don't want to just know that, hey, you're this star, you're this big time expert, you're doing all these amazing things. They want to know that you can connect with them, that you're human as well, that you've been through struggles just like they have. I was listening to an audiobook by Grant Cardone yesterday, and he talked about his story. You see, people see him as, oh, this big, huge billionaire. But what people may not know, and I knew he had a drug problem previously. I had no idea the extent and toll of this drug problem and how it affected him, his health, and his family, his mother, and other things that he went through and what he came out of to be where he is today, and how he served so much. And so by learning that story, it said, wow, it inspired me so much. Yes, I've had my own drama and traumas, but I haven't been nearly as low as this guy has. I'm like, wow, if he could come from the bottom of the pit, rise up out of that, and become well known around this world, and helping so many people, which I know personally, and do the things that he does boldly, then I can do it too. And so that's what I want you to do for your audience. I want you to just motivate them, really inspire them to move, because you did it. You did it. You came out and you're okay. Hopefully better than okay. And now you're in a position to help them to exceed something beyond their wildest dreams. I know that's my purpose. That's one thing that I want, because I never want anyone to be stuck and stagnant, or have a life that's stuck and stagnant, have a career that's stuck and stagnant, because they never learn how to communicate. And I am a firm believer that communication is the most valuable skill that you can have. Listen, before I learned and mastered the art of public speaking and communication, my life was in turmoil. My results, I had no results in work or in my business or my social life. But fast forward to learning this valuable skill, I have transformed my life. There's no more struggle to get to the top. I immediately take positions at the top. If that's you, if you know you are a person that deserves to be at the top level in executive positions, are very close to CEOs, CFOs, CMOs, doesn't matter, then this skill is going to be vitally important for you to learn, to practice, to use every single day and perfect your skill in this area. Trust me, my life is completely different from when I did not know how to speak to now. And so I want you to continue to do better and better and better and do these things. But when you're solving a problem for your customer or your audience, the best thing is to have a platform where they're able to get ample products from you that's going to help solve other problems. And so creating workshops, creating masterminds, creating seminars around certain topics that can help based on your surveys and your research, right? Based on all the work that you've done, that you know that they need, creating more products like this and bring them more to you. You do that in the form of workshops, like I said, seminars, webinars, events, courses, trainings. Bring them to you in abundance and serve as much as you can, helping them in every area within your expertise, and keep finding new areas, right, to help and serve. So that's what we're here for. That's what we do, right? All within the realm of communication and public speaking. And so this concludes today's episode. I hope you got valuable insight and hopefully a little inspiration from me on how important the skill is and how to really help and serve your customers with your area of expertise and serve and really find those pain points. It's really going to help transform their lives and their careers, and add a little communication training within that, because this is really going to help them in so many different areas as well. But you're not getting rid of me that fast. If you want to know more about how I can help you to really exceed in your career and your profession, make sure you connect with me. Go to my website, beseenbeloved.com, and find out more about me and how I can serve you. Or go straight to my program, speaktoriches.com, which is going on right now. And it's really going to help you to create a lucrative, sustainable business, start making money as a paid speaker or expert in this industry, where you are visible to all these billions of people around the world, showcasing what you do and how you can help and how you can serve. That's why we do what we do. And we do it full out and wholeheartedly around this world. And now more than ever, there's platforms for you to do it more effectively and reach more people. And I'm going to show you how to do that easily and in alignment with what you do and how you best serve. And so I look forward to seeing you next week, same time, same place, on the BC Beloved Show. Bye for now.
Are you a professional struggling to speak confidently in front of others? Do you have trouble giving presentations or leading teams? Are you finding it difficult to sell to clients? At Be Seen Beloved, we understand the challenges you face. That's why we're here to help. With our expert guidance and training, you'll gain the confidence you need to excel in your business and career. Whether you're looking to lead groups, speak to larger audiences, or train people in your corporation, we can help. Our unique approach will not only improve your business connections and increase your income, but it will also lead to a happier and more fulfilled life. So why wait? Take the first step towards success and visit us at www.beseenbeloved.com today.